I've never written poems about pubs before, but I might have a gig coming up, so I thought I'd try some. The first one's called Grandad Ran A Bar, and all of these poems come through the maze of memory. The maze of memory. Grandad ran a bar, a working men's club in Aldridge in the West Midlands behind a factory, but otherwise on the posh part of town. You could tell it was posh because it was green, had fields occasionally set up for archers to pull back their strong bows, stout women. It had hay-made bales, just past summer. When sun was still in, we kids loved it, though my sister Jane fell from a very tall slide. Health and safety, not where I come from in the Black Country, where my granddad ran a bar. And so in some ways it seems all my pub poems are related to family and friends. This next one's called To Me Uncle's Pub. Me Uncle's Pub. Me Uncle's Pub. The dog and partridge on the corner where the beer was flatter than Big John's flat. That was Saturday night. That was Saturday night after hours parties, lock-ins and all. Aunt Vi wouldn't care, the dirty old mare, not on a Saturday night. And that was Saturday night, the drinking, the smoking, the forever hoping. Me mother got slaughtered unlike her straight daughter, the one that fell off the slide. She'd laugh on that night, and Big John'd laugh. He'd say, I put a pike in a bath, I was ever so daft, I thought I'd clean it then eat it, but when I got back, life it don't lack, nearly tore me right home to pieces. And that was Saturday night, where the Casio played and me dad sang baritone to a strange saxophone just before going home on Mother Kelly's doorstep. A drive and a drink not as bad as you think, those wrong we all long for the way it was then, back then on them Saturday nights. And then, right, as I'm getting older, I'm moving away from me folks, and I'm getting involved in a lads' pub with me mates. Mickey Clark, Steve Quinney, Paul Detloff and me, drinking up lager and shandy. When it all got too much, we slow it with fags or go on the spirits, whiskey or brandy. We'd pick up our darts, it was only a lark, but no one played for twopence halfpenny. We'd focus our eyes, but we'd be surprised if one of us got 180. It was serious stuff, or was it a bluff when someone got tough and all weighty about something not right, like spilling a pint? We was drunk, it was Saturday night in all blighty. What do you expect? Some kind of respect? It was the 70s, almost 80s. Time never stood still, we'd get to feel ill. The spinning world would spin round, we'd get shaky. We'd puke in the curb and not on our motors refurb, and not what we'd do for our friends, nuts and crisp. Yeah, there's a line missing from that one. Oh no, there's not. It's me, I can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to read it again, this one. Wait for me. This one's called The Lads' Pub. Mickey Clark, Steve Quinney, Paul Detloff and me, drinking up lager and shandy. When it all got too much, we'd slow it with fags or go on the spirits, whiskey or brandy. We'd pick up our darts, it was only a lark, but no one played for twopence halfpenny. We'd focus our eyes, but we'd be surprised if one of us got 180. It was serious stuff, or was it a bluff when someone got toughen or weighty? About something not right, like spilling a pint. We was drunk, it was Saturday night in Old Blighty. What do you expect? Some kind of respect. It was the 70s, almost 80. Time never stood still. We'd get to feel ill. The world would spin round. We'd get shaky. We'd puke in the curb, not in our motors. Refurb what we'd do for our mates, our best mateys. Nuts and crisp were our grub. Now we're reaching the nub. It wasn't gastro, anything modern. When it comes to the rub, or you could say to your bub, was go back to our pub, the lads' pub. Thank you.